Good evening, everyone. Hopefully, everyone's having an amazing day. I'm just gonna sit back, wait a couple seconds, wait for some people to join me. I want to give you some pointers. I see a lot of couple messages out there. My beautiful lady just posted an amazing message towards our relationship. But I wanted to express to you all that it didn't happen overnight. So it'll be nice for I'll wait for a few of you guys to get on. And you could get your husbands in on it too. Maybe they could get some pointers out of this. But one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys, that a man thinks completely different than a woman. If you don't know that by now, then you are living in a bubble. So I highly recommend that all of you, before you get upset at your man, before you question him, before you do anything, please analyze the situation. Please really take a step back and know that we are not perfect and we are not you. The way women think and the way men think are two completely different beings. In my past relationships, from when I was in my teenage years to my 20s and then now in my 30s, I made a lot of mistakes. I wasn't this guy that I am today. I made a lot of crazy mistakes. A lot of them were, emotional mistakes. A lot of them were, decision mistakes that I made, and I wasn't perfect. And I never claimed myself to be now, but I used to, because I used to think that I was doing the things right. So what I want to express to you all is that your man isn't perfect, and don't expect them to be. But us as guys, I'm talking to the guys now, is that in order for you to be respected in your relationship, you have to be able to be open. You have to be very open in conversation. You have to be able to be yourself, because sometimes we have this ego problem that we have in our heads, that we try to be this machista in Spanish. It's like this big broad person that you don't tell me what to do. This is who I am and you're never going to change me. Well, that kind of attitude stems from your youth, because it happened with me. As I was growing up, that's how I used to be. That's how I grew up. My surroundings were the man rules and the women stay home and they cook and they do whatever it is that women do. But we're in a new era that women are very independent and women can take care of themselves. And personally, for me, I love a woman that can take care of themselves and a woman that can carry themselves very well. And I wasn't that person back then that really expressed my true feelings for a woman, thinking that I was gonna devalue myself as expressing too much emotions, and the girl might be like, oh, this guy is weak, this guy's not strong enough. But there's a balance that we have to create in our life, that we can be strong and weak at the same time if we do it right. One of the things that I've learned in the past year, because one of the things that you need to do is self-reflect. Nobody's going to change you but yourself. So the one thing that I would highly recommend that you guys, the fellas, and women, take note, because you're just as important to the transformation of a man as a man is to a man. So, and women can transform as well with the guys. So don't let us change by ourselves. We're very sensitive beings, even though we don't express it as much, but we are just as sensitive as you are. We just handle it completely different than you do. So one of the things that I began to do is to shut up, listen, and learn. That when you are speaking to your significant other, learn to could disconnect from the world and just listen to the moment, because women value that minute, that 30 seconds of whatever they want to say. Because sometimes we tend to cut them off or think that they already know what they're about to say, but you need to really take a step back and not need to know it all. And if your lady, your wife, or whoever knows more than you do, that's a compliment to you. That means you have a strong woman next to you. That means you have someone that can defend themselves in a time of need. And trust me, they'll need you when they do. But for me is that it's okay to say I don't know. It's okay to say that I'm not good enough, or it's okay to say that I'm improving myself to become better for tomorrow. So I would highly recommend that you improve yourself more by keeping it real with the person in the mirror. You know, it's forget about your past. A good woman and a good man are out there, but it's how you present yourself, how you represent yourself, is how you're going to get treated. If you want to be respected, then show respect. If you want to be disrespected, then disrespect. That's just the way it is. You know what they say, if you give, what you give is what you get. So be careful what you give and be careful what you ask for, because what you ask for is what you're going to get. And a lot of that stems from how I used to be as a person. I wasn't always this type of person, and it took a lot for me to be where I am today, and it took a beautiful woman that I have right now for me to really finally open up myself, just to say, you know what do I have to lose? And just to be myself, and just to be open to the fact that why can't I express myself the way I want to express myself? Because one of the things that I've learned in the past is that you can't say the right thing to the wrong person, and you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So whenever you have something to express to whoever it is, if it's your partner or if it's a business deal or whatever it is, just be yourself. If you can't be yourself with this person, then it's never going to work, no matter how hard you try, unless you guys really come to an agreement as one to make it work. So one of the things that I do is I get out of my comfort zone every day. And one of the things that I've learned is to start every day like if yesterday never happened. So if you have a relationship right now that maybe you guys are going through a tough time, I would recommend you guys to refresh yourself in the morning. Obviously, yesterday I shared what you should be doing. I'm not going to repeat myself again. Go back to yesterday's video. But the one thing that I should do is love the person like if you didn't love them yesterday. Because if you love someone all over again every day, let it be Groundhog Day every day for the love that you have for whatever person, if it's your family, your friends, your brothers, whatever it is. Because then it'll allow you to express yourself the way you've never expressed yourself yesterday. And it's like you're reliving the love again. And it'll just come and bring you closer to each other so that you can live for a purpose, with a purpose. And for my lady, I send her videos, I send her messages, like surprising things. I even went out to surprise her several times. Some of you saw the videos. I've done things that I've never done before, but you know what? It feels great to do that. So I highly recommend, guys, to step out of your comfort zone to what you normally are doing and do more. Be more with that person that you're with if you truly do love that person. You know what I mean? Is it going to be perfect all the time? Absolutely not. Our relationship is long distance. It's tough as it is, because to be honest with you, what I'm doing with you right now is what we do every day. This is our communication. But the one thing that we strive on is to love each other each and every day like if it was a new day. And that's something that I want to own for whoever it is that I meet, that, you know what? After today is done, after I go to bed, after I lay my head to rest, I want to wake up tomorrow brand new. Like if yesterday never happened, today is a new day, and I want to love you again, all over again. as hard as I can, like if I didn't have you yesterday, like if I just met you today and I just want to love you even more. So I highly recommend that all of you begin to love the person that you're with more than you did the day before. Don't feel like you're like, oh, why am I doing everything? Why am I doing everything? You know what? Be the better person. Stop trying to be like, stop trying to compete against each other, because that will never work. Trust me. It didn't never work for me, and it will not work for you. So you got to begin to start like being the leader. If you want to make a relationship work, be the leader be the present leader into showing what that person really means to you. Because if you're not showing your true love to this person, it's because you don't belong there. So I know people that have been in relationships for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And what I highly recommend is to just love them again. Go out on dates. Don't let your kids dominate your life. You know, they're a blessing. You know, I don't have kids, but the day I have kids, they're going to be a blessing into my life. But I don't want them to ruin what was there before they showed up. Because I still got to love the person that I'm with in order for us to father and mother the kids the way we should, so that we can teach them how to be amazing parents as they grow up. Because remember that we are their first teacher. So please take the time tomorrow or today, right now, to tell the person that you live with, that you're with, I love you. I miss you. How was your day? You look amazing. You look beautiful. You look handsome. You know, let's plan something this weekend. Do something you haven't done before. Surprise. Us guys, we love surprises. We may not say we do, but we love surprises. We love to be shocked at something you haven't done before. We're sexual beings. Can't help it. You know, it is what it is. We're sorry if that's how we show our love. But you got to give us a balance. You know, we all about balance, because listen, I know women that are just as sexual beings as men are. So there's a balance there. So I highly recommend that you just step out of your comfort zone. If you want the relationship to last for centuries, like back in the day when there was no TV, no Facebook, no IG, the trust issue wasn't a factor. If you want to get over those things, then love the person more. That's it. That's all you have to do. Be present in the moment. You know, learn as an individual. If I'm talking to you, shut up, listen, and learn, so that it's your turn to talk. I shut up, listen, and learn to what you have to say. It's like a respectful situation that you need to do. And this will help you out in business. This will help you out in friendships. It'll help you out in anything in life, because it's relationships. However you want to define it, if it's you want to love your circle. Whatever circle that is, you want to love that circle as much as you can. So I highly recommend that today, be that person. Be more. Fellas, leave your ego at the door. Leave that macho man thing out of the way. Stop trying to be the tough guy. You're not around your friends. You're around a woman. A woman deserves as much as respect as your friends do. Because I used to be that guy that I showed more love to my friends than I did to my relationship. And that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of women that pour their hearts out to us. Shouldn't we do the same? You know, it's like I wanna be able to express to people that if you want a long-lasting relationship, read a book. Read books for personal development. Develop yourself to be a better person, so that not only would you be a better person to yourself, but you're gonna be a better person to everyone you meet. And this is gonna help you. This is gonna help you beyond your expectations. It's gonna take you to a world that you've never imagined. Like there's times that when I talk to my lady, and it's like I look into her eyes, obviously like this. I look into her eyes, and I just fall in love again. You know, and we've been talking. Like, we met last April, but in reality, we started talking around July and maybe a little bit after I got back from Europe is when we really started connecting. But it's only been 6 months, but when you feel it and when it feels right, you gotta go with your gut. You gotta just go for it, because that's where it's all at. You know how they say go with your gut instincts? Really go with your gut instincts, you know? Do things you've never done before, and you will get things that you never had before. So really start believing in yourself that you can be more, because that is her and I's motto for our relationship, that in order for us to make this relationship work to whatever it is that we want it to go, number one, God is leading our path. And one of the things that I say to her all the time, that I don't know what tomorrow brings, but I know that today I love you. I love you today. I don't know what tomorrow is going to be because I haven't lived it yet. But I know that I love you today, and whatever happens tomorrow, it happens. But right now, I can't worry about tomorrow until I finish today. And I recommend all of you to finish today like if tomorrow was never going to happen. Go love your kids. Go love your parents. Go love your friends. Go love your partner. And be the best person to that person that you can possibly be, like if tomorrow was never going to happen. If you're angry at someone, get over it. Forgive, forget, move on, even if it's hard. Listen, God loves you no matter what. God's going to protect you no matter what. But why are you going to be angry at people? You don't even know what's going on in their life, because half the time we're not actually listening. All right. Half the time in our lives, we don't know what the other person is going through. It could be your girlfriend could be going, or your boyfriend, or your husband, or your wife could be going through some things internally, and she doesn't want to tell you because she doesn't want to be judged. And I hate to be judged, and I'm pretty sure many people hate to be judged. But you know what? Honesty is the best policy. And if you're not honest with your significant other, your friends, or anybody else, you will never get over the situation that you're currently in. So there's a thing that I write a lot, is to be honest, be real, be you. Be more. Because doing this is what's going to take you to that next level of success in life in general. And you want to be worth something. You want to matter to the person not only next to you, but whoever's watching me now. This message is for you. This message is for someone out there right now that are lost, that don't know where to go. I'm telling you right now that you matter. But you got to begin, number one, by loving yourself more than you did yesterday. Forget about being validated by other people. Learn to validate yourself so that your lady, your friends, your workers, and everyone else could validate you as well. They're going to validate you for who you are. It doesn't matter. But you need to begin to love yourself first. If a relationship that you might have had didn't work out, God knows why he does his things. Those things come in and they come out. So my message today is pretty much this, is learn to love the person that you're with. Man, woman, whatever. Guys, get out of your ego and start being real. Some of you might have been brought up in a tough way, in a tough environment, in a situation that you had no control of. But guess what? Now you have control. You have control of your life right now. What you do right now is you're going to show your kids and your daughters and your sons how to be a better father and a better mother. If you don't like where you are right now, make the change to yourself today and be the change you wish to see in the world. because change starts with the person who speaks out loud. And this is me speaking out loud to you so that you can listen, so that you can shut up, listen, and learn from someone that has made his mistakes in his past. I was never perfect. I made a bunch of mistakes. I failed many times. There was so many times that I was lost, thinking that I was not. But when I found myself, the day that I submitted to God, resisted the devil, is the day that it fled. And I became who I'm becoming. And this is only the beginning. So prepare yourself that there's going to be more to come. And if you want me to speak about any topics, I will do my best to bring you the best points that I can from my personal experiences so that you can overcome your fears, your challenges, and whatever it is that you're going through. Like right now, I have no paper. I have nothing here. I'm going with my gut, and I'm going through God's word. Whatever he asks of me to speak to you is what I'm going to tell you. May God bless you all. And if you're driving home, if you're already home, look to the side, whichever way that your significant other is, and just tell them, I'm sorry. Even if it wasn't your fault, just say, I apologize. I love you. Let's make up. Let's do something. Let's go out to eat or cook for them. Either or, guy or girl. This is not just I'm not talking to a one-way street again. I'm talking to two ways, because it takes two people to make one. So go out there and make a difference. And if this video makes sense to you, comment below. Just say, Hector, thank you. And I'm good with that. Thank you. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't want to put yourself out there. But if you do, if I spoke to you, if I said something that impacted you, share with me. And if you feel like this message is actually resonating with you, and you know many people that want to hear it, share it. You know what? There's a share button at the bottom. Take the share button and just, pay it forward. Pay it forward to someone that is lost, the same way I once was. But it took a lot of mistakes and a lot of failures for me to be the person that I am today. I'm sorry I was long. When I get passionate, I tend to extend myself. I don't have the editing option. I don't know how to do that yet. But with that being said, guys, thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. Every time I go live, I promise you I will set up a time that it will always be at the same time so that everyone can get on. But please go out there and just for your own personal your own personal sanity, shut up, listen, and learn to what people are telling you, because God has his ways to deliver his messages. And this is my message to you, because one of you right now needed to hear it. May God bless you all. And always remember to have faith, not fear. Whoop, whoop. Peace.